Oh, little can of Barbasol, how still we see thee lie upon my... Okay, hey everybody. Hey, it's Christmas time, folks. It's the last Friday before Christmas. It's Christmas Eve, 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 Eve. Ooh, I used to do that when I was a kid. I would be like, on the 22nd, it's like, ooh, it's Christmas Eve, Eve, Eve. And I would just, I couldn't sleep. I hated it. I was so glad when I got older and I could finally sleep because I got older. I got more mature. Oh, such a nice feeling. Hello, everyone. Happy holidays, whatever it is you're celebrating. Hanukkah starts on December 25th this year, too. So let's go. It's time to party. All right. Got a bunch of in-laws coming into town next week. I think the beginning of next week. They're all going to be here. We're not traveling for Christmas this year. My mom's got a new house up in Georgetown area, and my in-laws are coming into town. My brother's coming from Colorado with parts of his family. So I got to shave. And I'll tell you about this butchery. Bill the Butchery, right? This, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we're just going to shave today. No big deal. I just wanted to do another one. I did a couple of, last week or week before when I got my teeth. I still got these little, got the tray down here. See, still straight. I got to keep that retainer in during the day, at least for a few months, and then you only wear it at night. So we're going to shave with the space soap and what brush? I don't even know. I didn't even. I'm going to grab the first one I grabbed. West Coast Shaving, synthetic. I picked the synthetic because I don't like the natural bristle brushes. I have a hard time with them. I'm not a strong swimmer. All right. Let me get this water heated up. I took a shower. I did what's left of my hair after I butchered it the other day. The worst haircut I've ever given myself. You guys know I've been cutting my own hair for a little while. Well, I got a little overconfident. Should have taken my time on this one. All right. Took a shower. Got my face wet. Gonna lather up with the space soap and the West Coast shaving brush. And we'll talk about my hair. We'll talk about Christmas time, what you guys are doing. Whatever it is that you celebrate in your part of the world, whatever religion or non-religion you follow, whether it's Festivus or anything else. We're all one. It makes life interesting that we all are different in our own unique ways. Most of us are different. I'm unique just like everybody else. All right. Space soap. Man, this stuff, I'm telling you, it lathers like a beaut. Always, always, always. So yes, it is the final week of school before the Christmas break. Happy Christmas to my friends in the UK. And if you're in the UK, and I think worldwide, and if you have access to YouTube, which I know you do, or else how would you? Did your grandma download this onto a cassette and send it to you at camp? If that's the case, you don't have YouTube. But if you do, well, in January, be on the lookout for a little interview with me that will be broadcast on a radio station over in Plymouth, England, and then online and wherever else. So I'll give you more details later. I had a interview yesterday, and I'll tell you all the details later. But yes, I'll be on the radio at some point with an interview with me about my life. Not just shaving, but like everything. So if you want to know some more interesting things or boring things about your old pal Sinatra Lennon, now you will. All right, so I'm going to use a feather blade, and I'm going to use this titanium razor from Alpha Shaving. It's in 3 pieces because it's a 3-piece. And this is just one of the best razors I've got. It's so lightweight with a titanium. Everything's titanium these days. It's the new fad. Remember when bran and bran muffins were the fad in the 80s for health? Oh, everything had to have bran in it. Oh my gosh. Woo. My friend's mom used to make these bran muffins, which were like doorstops. They were like paperweights. They were terrible, but they're healthy. Oh, they're healthy. If you pack them full of butter and sugar, they'll be, you can make them taste good. Excuse me. All right. God, what is wrong with me? Goodness. A little too much eggnog the other night at Eggnog Jam. All right, so the hair. You see, it looks like I'm the only guy in the world that has a full head of hair and a comb over right now. This area has been butchered. This is really, like back here is much longer and it's longer here. And this is just like almost, it's like that tall. And stuff up here is too short. I didn't do it right. I didn't do it right. I've been doing that thing where I take the wall clippers, like the real barber quality, because my mom gave us some years ago in case we wanted to cut the boys' hair, which I don't do. And so I've been doing it with a good deal of success. I think I've done it 4 times now, I think. So it's not about the money. It's just like, this is such a simplistic haircut. I could just do it myself. And the sides and the back are easy. You just go zip straight up, and follow the kind of the contour of your head and pull away. But the top, that's what separates the men from the boys, from the bald men, from the men with bad haircuts. Yeah. So this time I didn't take my time. I was overconfident. I hadn't taken a shower. Going up, like I said, is easy. You don't have to worry about how the hair grows, but you do have to worry about how the hair grows up here to do that method with the clippers and the number 3 guard. Because you have to go from the crown of your head down the way your hair grows. And I think I hadn't combed it the right way because this grows a little different. And here we go. So it looks ridiculous. It looks terrible. I'll probably have to go into a real barber next time. And by real barber, I mean real cheap. Like great clips, like $18. I can't bring myself, I don't have a hairstyle. I can't pay more than, 20 some odd bucks for that. It just feels bad to do that. So anyway, that was fun this week. That was great fun. But luckily, my hair grows pretty quick and I can kind of just, it's a little too short. It's a little too short, but I was just like, And like I said, my hair grows quickly. So anyway, yes, it's the holiday season. Hoop-de-doo and dickory-dock. And don't forget to hang up your sock. Because just exactly 12 o'clock. You know the rest. Goodness gracious. I must have breathed in some Barbasol in that opening. This titanium from Alpha Shaving, I'm so glad they sent it to me. It's one of those ones, I can't remember how much it costs. It was like a lot of money. One of those ones I'd never buy for myself. The only thing I'll spend that kind of money on is guitar stuff and like cool prop replicas. Like Star Wars lightsabers or Blade Runner blasters or Stormtrooper armor. That I will spend $250 on. But I'm so glad they sent this to me because otherwise I never would be able to use the dang thing. And I'm too much of a skinflint to spend that kind of money. But it is worth it. It is very much worth it. But you don't need a $250 razor to have a good shave. Not at all. Not at all. It's just nice, One of those things. So yeah, I thought I'd do another video because last week I did it? And I did one on Saturday about the teeth because I was so excited. I'm still getting used to my new teeth. It's crazy. I don't wear the top ones during the day just because I want to feel those things. Imposter's teeth. Ooh. All right, there's the first pass. Lovely. Just a lovely shave, ladies and gentlemen. So, what traditions do you guys have around your house? Let's talk about Christmas traditions since we're in the Christmas season and Hanukkah's coming up. We'll just focus on Christmas right now because that's what we celebrate around here. But it's funny, I put the lights up on the house outside. We put the tree up a couple of weeks ago or whatever. We finally got one of those plastic trees. I think I might have mentioned this last time because it's just so much easier and it's already lit up and it's great. And there's no hassle. You don't have to water the dang thing. I even had, when we had real trees, I bought this funnel, a Christmas tree feeder. So it's a long tube and then a funnel on the end. So it's red and green Christmas. So you can stick the long tube through the branches down into, where the water well is, and then pour it from up there so you're not like scrounging underneath the tree trying to get the dang thing. They sell them like at Target and places like that. So if you need one, or you could just rig one up, really. All you need is a funnel and a long tube of some sort. Could be, I don't know. You got a long tube sitting around? I don't know. Got a long tube sitting around? Ladies? No innuendo, please, folks. It's the holiday season. It's Christmas time. Happy Christmas to your listeners and whenever you carnival. You should listen to the if you're a big Beatle fan like I am, listen to the Beatles Christmas records. They used to send out a Christmas message every year that they were a band. So from 63 to 69, or 70 maybe. 69 into 70, because that's when they broke up. And if you're a Beatle fan, if you're a paid member of the Beatle fan club, you got a little flexi disc, a little like paper, plasticky record that you could play, and they have all those online on YouTube. Do you have access to YouTube? Except for that kid with a cassette? Oh, Grandma. Just buy him a YouTube for Christmas this year. Can you just buy him a YouTube? That's all he wants. Yeah, listen to the Beatle Christmas messages. They're very cute. They're very interesting. And it's fun to listen to the progress of the messages, because they start off in the early days, as they did with their music, very, kind of simple and silly. And then as they got, more worldly wise and started smoking the herbal jazz cigarettes and taking other dreaded drugs, such as the lysergic, as George Harrison said, their Christmas messages get more interesting and more complex. So it's really fascinating if you like the Beatles. And if you don't, well, maybe you just haven't heard them yet. And if you have and you don't, well, I don't know. But you know what I've been listening to? My son, my oldest son, is an encyclopedic knowledge of current music right now and albums being put out. I don't know where he learns it all, but he will rattle off like, oh yeah, this is a new Kendrick Lamar album, Crocotopia, and it's got features from here and here and here. I like this. This is a really good one. And he knows he knows all about Kendrick Lamar. He knows that the whole, whatever, beef he has with Drake or whatever. But my son is a big Tyler, the Creator, and Kendrick Lamar fan. So if you know who those are, if you're an old guy like me, I kind of know just through him. But there's some good stuff in there. They got some really interesting songs. Like, I'm not sure that the genre would be hip hop or rap or soul or a mix of all those things, but it's really fascinating, some of it. Ah, there's the second pass. This is such a smooth shave. Not smooth. I'm going to try to see if you can see the giant forehead that ate New York. So anyway, what are your holiday traditions? What are you going to eat? Do you eat turkey again? Like if you're in the States here, do you have roast beef? Do you have roast beast? Do you have ham? Do you watch Christmas with the Cranks? Do you watch let's see, what is my favorite? What's your favorite Christmas movie? Let me know down below. And here's the thing. Let me know your 2 favorite Christmas time movies. Well, the first one will be your actual favorite one you really like. And the second will be one you like, but you really hate it. You'll hate watch it like I do with the Christmas with the Cranks. And if Jamie Lee Curtis is watching, I love you. Tim Allen, you're great. The writers, maybe not so great on that film. Anyway, I love Christmas Vacation. I have gotten more and more Clark Griswold costume items. If you go on my Instagram, Sinatra Lennon, and look, last year I posted a couple of photos of me at home in my Clark Griswold get up, the tie and the comfy sweater, the cardigan shawl, not shawl, but cardigan sweater, shawl collared, and the hat and the red coat that he wears. And I got some pajamas, the ones that he wears with the little, you can't tell what the animals are on there. They're like dinosaur, unicorn, dragons, but even up close, I can't tell what they are. So it's really kind of interesting. So yeah, Christmas Vacation. I love Chevy Chase. I know he's problematic to work with, but I'm going to separate the art from the artist. In this case, as we have to do in a lot of cases. Unfortunately, these days, I'm going to try not to let y'all down. So you don't have to be like, remember when Sinatra Lennon was nice? And then he blew up and he got rich and he started hanging out with Justin Bieber. What voice is that? I don't know what. Is that your voice? No. You guys don't sound like that, do you? Maybe a couple of you sound like that. And that's all right with me. I want you to sound exactly the way you sound, and don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, so this interview is coming up in January. A young man contacted me. He's got a radio show, and this guy he's got it going on. I'll tell you more details later, but a lot of human interest stories. So it'll be coming out of Plymouth. I'd like to go to Plymouth. I'd like to drive my Plymouth. I don't have a Plymouth. Plymouth's an old car we don't have anymore. I don't think they exist, like Pontiac, Studebaker, Oldsmobile. Man, I'll tell you, this Razor is like the Plymouth of razors. It's a Cadillac. It's the Lincoln. It's the 1961 Lincoln Continental. And as I said that, of course, I nicked myself. Keep me humble. Gotta stay humble, folks. Stay humble, stay honest, stay true to yourself. Don't worry what people think of you. Easier said than done, I know. But you'll eventually get to that point where you don't really care. And it's not that you're cynical. It's not that you've given up. You just don't worry about those silly things anymore. I know I've said this recently, but it's just kind of maybe I'm just coming into my own now in my 50s, in my almost mid-50s. Oh, my. Whew. 6 years till I'm 60? Guys, I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. Oh, except I do know what to say. This razor is fantastic. Space soap. If you've got a good soap, a decent brush, a decent razor, and some time to yourself, which, as we all know, one of my other traditions around the holiday season is avoiding everyone else and going in the other room. No, not really. I'm generally social and stuff, but every now and then you need to get away from everybody and just go chill out for a while and have a cocktail or have some eggnog. Do you like eggnog? I do. I like it. I like it with and without booze. Which booze do you use? Bourbon, rum? I use rum. I use a real dark black strap rum for my eggnog. Oh, man. Oh, jeez. Oh, that feels so good. Ooh, let me get the problem area right here. It hasn't gone away. No matter what I do, the problem area remains. Sometimes you just got to accept it. Sometimes you can change things. Sometimes you can't. And ask for the wisdom to know the difference. Oh, that old saying. Oh, that old chestnut. It's pretty good. I like that saying. It's true. Grant me the wisdom to change things I can, and don't change the things I don't change. Should fool me once, shame on. Shame I won't get fooled again. Oh, that poor George W., man. I felt so bad for him back then. Oh, Lord. Well, that's as political as I get, folks. Mentioning an ex-person. All right. Person? President? Oh, man. I'm worn out. I haven't done anything today. Well, I went out and I didn't rake the leaves. Well, I did technically rake some leaves. All the leaves are falling now. Middle of December, finally we get fall. It's nuts, folks. I don't know what's going on. It's crazy. I don't like it. Maybe we just have to get used to fall starting in December down here in Texas. Yeah, well, starting a new ice age. What's the opposite of an ice age? A beach age? A melted ice age? I don't know. Anyway. So I'm gonna use the old Cremo like I always do. This, like I said, this is just me hanging out with you all. It's not even about the shave. If I think I'm gonna be sent some stuff. In fact, I saw a tracking. It hasn't arrived yet, so when that stuff comes in, I'll make another one. So maybe even next week. What? Well, it's Christmas time. It's the holiday season. This is when you want to go check in with your year-end buddies and see what they're doing. And there's this one video, this YouTuber that I stumbled onto years ago, like, I don't know, 13 years ago. Watch Me Eat is the name of his channel. He hasn't really done much lately, but for a while he did these Watch Me Eat episodes where he would just eat something and then talk, and he kind of had an interesting sense of humor, and I liked the way he talked. But that's all he did was eat stuff, usually garbage, like banquet frozen meals. But there was one where all week he was working in a suit store, and it's still on there. It's Sarcasmosis, so like sarcasm and then OSIS. Sarcasmosis. Watch Me Eat. If you go over there and you watch anything, let him know that I was here, because he's one of the old school ones that I remember from a long time ago. Anyway, so he worked in the mall. He put up one Watch Me Eat at the mall, Christmas week. And it was just fun to follow his little daily thing that he had to do. So that's what kind of reminded me to do something like this. I ain't doing it daily, folks. But, and then the final one was, he was at home Christmas morning with his wife. And he was in his comfies, in his robe, and he ate so much garbage. I don't know how he did it. He had 2 things of eggnog. He had a huge thing of cocoa with a big peppermint stick in it. All these gingerbread melted marshmallow snowmen cookies, and he just ate them all. And I'm like, brr. But it was kind of a cozy little intimate, quiet morning with him in his room. And so, I'm not cozy or intimate or quiet necessarily, but I really enjoyed that. So So it's the holiday season, it's Christmas time. It's time to put out a couple extra things just to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, and all the other things that I can't remember to say right now. So is that it? Am I done? Oh man. So I took my time on that one and I got all the spots. And this is, I wish you could feel my face. Oh, I wish I could feel my face after that. All right, that's it. That's it. I'm just kind of stalling for time. It's been 20 minutes. All right, folks. Well, happy Christmas, happy Crimble, and a very good year coming up soon. I don't know when the next video will be, but maybe sooner than you think. There may be a little stocking stuffer by the fire. Put that out. I don't know what I'm talking about. I need to go now. All right, everybody. I'll see y'all soon. Ho, ho, ho.